Hey guys, so this is R for Trans Youth. Okay, let's jump into the topic. So this week's topic is basically about trans guidance. So pretty much when a trans person starts their transition, maybe somebody who's more experienced in being trans kind of gives them guidance, pointers, helps them along with their transition. I have quite a bit of experience with this, actually. There have been quite a few number of people who've, there have been a lot of people who've simply asked me, a few questions about it, but then there have been a number of people also who have wanted me to give them, really kind of guide them through the entire experience. And I actually think it's pretty beneficial. Of course, this is something where it's a very personal thing also, but I see a lot of good in having somebody help you who's more experienced with it too. I know I probably would have liked it, but you know, you figure it out as you go too. And everyone's different, so the advice you give for one person may not work for them the same way it worked for you. Pretty much. But overall, I think it's a good idea because I'm finding stray hairs everywhere. Overall, I think it's a good idea because, you can kind of lead them away from certain things, I suppose. Such as a lot of trans people ending up being something that I don't know, the average middle class person would find undesirable, I suppose. I'll say it that way. Like, statistics show that a large number of trans people will become hookers, and they'll be drug addicts and things like that. So you can try and help lead them down the right path. Now, there's a lot of them who have to do that for certain reasons, like say they are still young, they aren't set in their careers or anything, and their family does not support them because of their transition. In that situation, that's a situation where they may have to end up going to be hookers or drug dealers or something like that to support themselves. Now, of course, what I would say to that is, why do you have to go work a corner? Why can't you just get a job like a regular person in a shoe store like where I work? I don't know. But people do what people do. And I suppose not everyone has the same options, because it is very true that trans people have a very difficult time getting jobs. Even now, I don't attribute it to being trans anymore, because I'm in a state now where if I don't tell people, they don't know. So an interviewer can't just look at me and know that I'm trans, for example. So that wouldn't, I don't think my being trans would affect an interview. But someone who's newer in their transition, possibly you can still look at them and tell that they're transitioning. So then a lot of people would not want to hire somebody in that situation. And then they only have so many options. Off topic, but I'll get back on topic. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You can kind of lead them down the right path. But again, everyone's going to do what they want to do. And unfortunately, there have been a lot of trans people that I've seen who actually want to do things like that, which is very strange. But still. And also, I don't know, like, if you have the knowledge to share, why not share it? But at the same time, it's a very personal thing. And as I said already, what worked for you may not work for somebody else. Like, for example, the way I came out as being trans it worked for some people who I told it to, and it didn't work for others, I guess. Well, because what I did is, and it didn't work for everybody who I had told that way either, pretty much I started by telling them that I liked men. I didn't say I was gay because I wasn't gay. And then I would let that sink in, and then maybe a couple months later, I would tell them that I'm a girl. And for some people that worked, for some it didn't. I guess it depends on how curious the person is. Yeah, let's say it that way. So where was I going with all that? Right, so what you tell somebody may not work the same for them. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think it's a good thing, though, because, well, I have the knowledge. I'm not done my transition yet, but I'm quite a ways through. I've been on my hormones for, actually, in about 2 months, it'll be 2 years that I've been on hormones. So that's actually kind of exciting. But I still have a ways to go, because as you may know, it'll take approximately 3 years for your hormones to take full effect on you. And as well as that, I still have all my surgeries. I haven't had any plastic surgery yet. And I'm planning on getting at least 2. So I have to save up for those before I can get them, obviously, because they cost money. But anyway, I have gotten thus far in my transition, and the knowledge I've gained so far from it could be beneficial to somebody who is not as far in their transition. Simple as that. That's why I do YouTube, to share my knowledge. I think, well, that's not why anybody does YouTube. That's why anybody smart does YouTube. Yeah. So, like, if you go on my own channel, for example, at least when I was earlier in my transition, you would see a monthly video about my progress at 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, and so on, up until maybe a year and a half. And people who are approximately 3 months into their hormones can watch that 3 month video and be like, I am feeling the similar effects at 3 months on hormones. Hooray. Yeah. But again, I see nothing wrong with it. I feel like I'm kind of helping create a stronger person too, and not just your average dumb person. I don't know. Let's say that. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. I think I got my message across. So, this is Zara for Trans Youth. You guys know the drill. If you have a topic, transyouthchannel@gmail.com. So ask us a question, because we need questions to answer, and we like to answer you guys' questions. You know, I really do look forward to Tuesdays. It's fun to do these videos, and I like to help you guys out. That's why I do YouTube, because that's what I'm here for. Ask me questions. I'm here to answer them. So yeah, this is Zara for the Trans Youth Channel. I'm not doing email, just for the Trans Youth Channel. And if you have a question, transyouthchannel@gmail.com. So comment and subscribe to us.